stand and give the I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I've verified we have a quorum. Open meeting. Call to order. First thing we're going to go over is routine matters. Approved minutes of the executive and regular session of July 11th, 2022. Ray makes the motion. Becky Humphrey seconds. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Number 2 is to approve the agenda.
I'll make the motion.
Mark makes a motion. Becky White seconds. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Approve claims to date. Becky Humphrey makes the motion. Ray seconds. You had his hand up. Sorry, we got playing Jeopardy. Off face. Approval of personnel and ECA recommendations. I will again read them all. Addison White, resignation from BSc Instructional Assistant. Courtney LeDuc, resignation from BSc Instructional Assistant. Jennifer Nix, resignation from BSc Title I teacher. Garrett Ellis, resignation from SMS teacher. Bailey Evans, resignation from SMS teacher. Sherry Gorman, resignation from SCS bus monitor. Kelly Williams, new hire BSc principal. Elizabeth Haichu, new hire SMS 7th grade math teacher. Samantha Collier, new hire CNA Brady Shrum Elementary. Joni Muchler, new hire operations manager, cafe manager. Vicki Farnsley, new hire BSc Instructional Assistant. Chelsea Steepleton, from sub to regular part-time BSc cook. Kimberly Jackson, from sub to regular part-time BSc cook. Bethany Brown, from sub to regular part-time BSc cook. Journey Perlee, stock position, from sub to regular part-time. Ashley Stroud, new hire BSc Special Education teacher. Becca Rutherford. We correctly pronounce. New hire SHS business teacher. Chandra White, transfer from business teacher to mathematics teacher SHS. Megan Gamble, SHS secretary, maternity leave. Jeremy Lee, military leave, July 22nd to September 30th, 2022. JD Rocky, volunteer assistant coach. For wrestling, Amy Abner, volunteer assistant 6th grade volleyball coach. Robin Oakes, volunteer assistant dance coach. Lori Hazlett, 3.5 additional days added to her contract. And those other ECA recommendations from Hank.
So moved.
Becky White makes the motion. Mark seconds. All those in favor, raise your hand. Donations. Consider approval of a donation to Salem High School dance team for $400 from Dave and Celeste Grover. This donation is to be used to purchase uniforms. Consider approval of a donation to the Salem High School cheerleaders for $500 from Cooley's Heating and Air. This donation is to be used to purchase uniforms. Consider of a donation to Salem High School class of 26 for $500 from parents who organized the 2022 8th grade prom, represented by Sadie Cyphers. Consider approval of a donation to Salem Community Schools for $125 from the Washington County Community Foundation. This donation is to be used by Vanessa Johnson for the purchase of a subscription. Becky makes a motion. Ray seconds. All those in favor? All right, comments from the audience? Nobody signed up for comments? It's good to see everybody.
I don't want to disappoint you.
Yeah, Mr. Suak, go ahead.
I really don't want to have the reputation that I always have to comment. But I do feel the need to comment. First of all, I've got to admit that I'm having the same problem of the Rutherford. And I've slipped a few times. So that may take me just a little while. But I'm a little more serious. I just want to say that obviously we've had changes in leadership in our school system. Obviously starting with the superintendent, with Dr. Rutherford. and in the elementary school, Mrs. Williams is the principal. Now, I certainly appreciate the fact that when you're immersed in a new environment, a new situation, everything's new and different, and it takes time. I want to say this, though, on a positive note, that what I have observed so far and what I have heard is very positive. Now, I guess I'm going to kind of be in the be quiet and wait and see for a while and look forward. I know that making positive changes can take some time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But I believe that we have the leadership to do that. And I feel very strongly that we owe that to the students in the Salem Community School system. I say we collectively. Obviously, the corporation has a direct hand, but the community in general, we're charged together with preparing them for the future, for their benefit, for the benefit of our community, and in a larger scale for the benefit of our country. So again, everything I've heard and seen so far is good, and I look forward to more of that going forward.
We appreciate that. Yeah, starting with Kelly, some of us know. I think she'll do a great job. Dr. Rutherford, when we interviewed him, I came up with a scenario of tell us how to lead our school, and you got 3 days to do that, maybe 2 days. And he said, well, I'm on a ship, but I'll do it anyways. So he was on a cruise, and he gave us a PowerPoint that was just incredible with information. And we laid a phone in a bowl so that we could hear him talking, and it was like, holy cow, this is our guy. And he's prior elementary principal, prior elementary teacher. I mean, his background is elementary, so you're probably going to see that there first, because that's where his heart's at. But yeah, but if you've looked at the names I just read, we've hired people back. There's people that's left that came back that are good, solid people, and usually you don't go back unless you've heard good things or you feel strongly that they're heading in the right direction. And I really feel that way as well. So we appreciate your comments. Any other comments? No, none. You're good. Everything's perfect. We'll move on to action items. Consider approval of an affidavit for payment.
The Indiana State Board of Accounts recommends school board approve affidavits for payment prior to submission to U.S. Bank in Louisville. Our trustee, this affidavit for payment we paid from the 2021 lease financing for the FEMA safe room construction work pertaining to the bond. These payments are to Cutter Construction for $114,456.95 for the high school project, with $6,024.05 be held in escrow and $166,534.05 for the middle school project, with $8,764.95 be held in escrow. We recommend approval.
Take that motion.
Becky makes the motion. Ray seconds. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Number 10, consider approval fundraisers for SHS dance team, BPA fundraiser, Mrs. Sebastian's math class, and girls soccer team. What they do is they submit a form now to Hank, and that comes to the board. So just basically that Hank knows where money's being raised and where it's being spent. So instead of outlining those, they just gave what team is doing what right here. So we would ask for those forms to be approved. Mark makes that motion. Becky seconds. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Consider approval of an out-of-state field trip to the Newport Aquarium Explorer Club, Gale Hill, on July 18th, 2022.
Sounds like fun.
Becky White makes the motion. Becky Humphrey seconds. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Items from staff. Kevin, it's going great.
Of course I did.
Elementary's going great.
I think so.
I think so. Okay. No other staff. Mrs. Lipke.
Children are being fed.
Yeah, music, janitors.
No, we're just making progress, just seeing different changes each day, so.
Yeah. One thing we've noticed with the rain, I'm sure catching up with grass has been an issue right
It's been an
now.
all-day chore.
Yeah, it's going to rain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Move on, not action items. Update on budget hearing materials.
Just a couple of items I'd like to go over real quickly. With the board, the next meeting, September 12th, will be the public hearing for the 2023 budget. The first sheet is a revenue/expenditure projection for the period of July 1 of 22 through December 31 of 23. The budget process is an 18-month process, which is the last half of the current year and the ensuing full calendar year. The first column in the green box is projected revenue, and these are projections, but given our history, I feel they're accurate projections, conservative projections, but reasonable projections. So we're showing a total projected revenue of $33,028,879 over the 18-month period, with the biggest of that being the education fund of 20.4, debt service 4.9, operations 7.5, and rainy day fund 109,000. Then the red box, kind of pink box, red's too dark to show up very well, but is the projected expenditures for the same 18-month period, which is a total projection of $31,136,508. There again, the biggest expenditure amount in education at 19.9, debt service at $4 million, operations at $7 million, and rainy day fund at $105,000. With the green box to the right projecting the cash balance, and again, it's a cash balance on 12/31/23 projected of $1,892,371 spread out over education fund, debt service being the largest of the funds, operations at almost $500,000, rainy day at $4,700. So these are projections. They're based on history. We feel they are conservative, and they can be impacted by economic downturns or unexpected expenses. So please keep in mind they are projections. The next sheet I wanted to show the board is what is called Budget Form 3 from the Department of Local Government Finance. This is the advertisement that is posted on Gateway, but is not posted yet. We will post this on the Gateway site tomorrow, and we will post it on the school website shortly thereafter. This is so people in Maryville can look down and see what we're doing down here, as we can look and see what people in Maryville are doing. It's an interesting situation. But the point I'd like to make to you is that we will advertise this budget high. We believe the levies and the rate will be lower than what this advertisement reflects. If we don't advertise high, we have reason to believe the assessed value may increase this year. There again, we don't know for sure, but we believe the assessed value may increase this year. If we do not advertise high enough, then we will not be able to collect the total amount of the levy that's entitled. We'll leave money on the table. And the impact that we receive from the circuit breaker, which right now the DLGF estimates on a $4 million operations fund and change, 1.445 million circuit breaker, which means we don't collect that much property tax. That's a big hit. I think that's a high number. I don't think the DLGF, I think they're playing the same activity we played years ago by advertising high. I think the DLGF advertises high, and then it comes in a little lower. But This year, we're anticipating the circuit breaker to impact us by a minimum of $875,000 to $900,000. That's a lot of money, and we don't want to leave any on the table, because the programs that the operations fund take care of are important programs. And so there, we'll have much more detail on September the 12th, and then on October the 3rd, the meeting that day will be to adopt the budget. And right, so we will upload Gateway tomorrow, Form 3, and on or about August 16th, we'll upload to the school website, budget hearing on the 9/12, adopt the resolutions and the budget on 10/3. Thank you for your attention.
Great information there. Those are not action items. Before we go to new board business, we just took comments from staff, and then Coach Malloy walked in. Do you have any comments? We don't want to shortchange you since you do drive bus and other stuff to prohibit you probably forget that. All's well? All's well. So, new board business. There's lots of things we discuss and talk about, but I think everything's been handled in the agenda and superintendent's report.
3 days in, and it's been a wonderful start. So just very, very pleased with everything. Everybody as well, from the bus drivers, just their patience and just smiles and greeting, support staff, maintenance, custodians, aides, cooks, administration, teachers, everybody has just been wonderful the first 3 days. So students are safe, everything's going extremely well. You know, Salem, it just, the more people you talk to, just the more I'm impressed. You know, I was watching the football, you know, the traditions that they have, so exciting. Even just watching the middle school kids coming through, you know, the tunnel of the seniors, or, you know, the upperclassmen, or the high school players coming through in the fog, and all the kids, you know, when they announce their names, I'm so-and-so, I'm proud to be a Lion. Just totally awesome, totally cool. Just so much fun. I talked to a lady that night as well, and her husband too. She was a 1950 graduate of Salem, and she was just so proud to say that she was a 1950, you know, grad and that kind of thing. So it's just a pride factor here. So yeah, just a personal little, just impressed with Salem. So
Hashtag pride, Salem.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very much so.
Yeah.
So
It is, and one of the things when we interviewed him, he had said he had drives a bus also, so when they were short on bus drivers, he would jump on a bus, Coach Malone. But the other night he wanted to do the chain game for football, so he may be, you never know, he may get on a mower or try to lead singing, or, you know, it's hard to say what you're going to see him doing.
my wife will let me do that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, elementary, I'll be okay. They don't usually know any better as your high school students. I can get by with that. So.
Let's see here. So, are you done with your report?
I am,
Sorry
yes.
for
We're good.
interjecting. Positive praises. We'll start with Mark because we've given Ray the upper hand last couple of months.
No, just glad. It seems like everything's off to a great start. Glad to have new leadership here. I think this is just the beginning of a bright future for the entire system. Just want everybody to work together, work as a team, and we'll accomplish all the goals that we're looking for. Don't have a lot of positive praises yet. You know, we're in good shape so far to start the year, so let's keep on trudging forward with that. I'm good.
Well, I would have to piggyback on getting the school from, it's crazy to see it in the summer and how the custodians pull it together. I don't know how they do it. You guys are like magic workers over there, what you do. But anyway, all the schools, and of course, from the lunch ladies to the bus drivers, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm saying exactly what you said, but I agree. But I think starting
the office staff too.
In office, everyone.
Yeah, everybody, just
everyone.
yeah,
The whole board.
Yes.
Don't want to miss anybody. But it was so good too that we didn't have to start with masks, and so that was such a blessing that we've been able to do that, and so far so good, and what a blessing to kind of get back to a little bit more normal, if you will. And then Friday night, the football, that was so much fun, and so many people, even if they were not even football players, or just they just came out, and the community, and that's something that we've been talking a lot about. It's Salem Community Schools, the community, and that's what I love. And I think Friday night everybody felt that, and seeing from the elementary to the third graders to the seniors, everybody, and the way everybody respects and treats each other. The seniors, walking the kids in on that first day. I mean, how awesome was that? I mean, for the football. And someone asked me who came up with that idea, and I was like, well, I'm assuming Coach Thompson. I don't know, or maybe, yeah. And I know it wasn't me, but I said I think it was fantastic, and I think that those were definitely good moments, and I know the parents really enjoyed that too. So I think we're off to a great school year, and I look forward to the many things to come. I'm kind of like Mark too on that. That just can't wait to see what's around the river bend. What's up next?
Well, the same for me too. I'm tickled to death that we're off to a great start. Friday night was outstanding. I enjoyed that a lot. And then also today on Facebook, I saw Salem Lions News Network, the welcome back video, which I thought was super cool. So just excited for the beginning and what's in the future. So.
Like everybody else, we're good. Also a great start. I will say this: first 2 days of school, directing traffic over there, it's bad enough you're starting school and everybody's there, but we had rain on top of that. So I thought everyone did a really good job. It's slower, obviously. Also, I was told that we had about 200 cars come through, which is probably double what they normally have. So did a really good job today. They got done a little quicker. So that's a positive thing. And also for all of the staff members that are out there, teachers that getting kids to the right buses. It seemed to me that there was fewer interruptions, or kids didn't know where they're supposed to go. Usually there's always somebody doesn't remember what bus he's supposed to ride or she's supposed to ride, but it seemed like it was less of that this year. So I thought it went pretty smoothly considering it had to rain. Plus I liked the fact that the buses pulled up next to the awning, so the kids didn't have to walk into the rain. So I think that was a good thing also. So good things are going to happen.
Yeah, they are. And Friday night, one of the things, we don't take donations for the Salem Little League deal, but if you notice, they all had the same jersey on. A couple parents stepped up and paid for all that, so they were all the same, and that's great. And all the coaches that volunteer their time out there to do that, some of them, one, Jeff Medlock told me he'd done it 36 years. I was actually his first year, and I graduated 26 years ago. So we've got a lot of people put a lot of time into that, have forever, and they're not paid for that, and continue to do it because they care about our kids. And those jerseys was really cool to see. So we thank those parents as well that we didn't, they don't come through on this, but they do on that football deal there. And I'm excited. Dr. Rutherford, Becky called me the other day and told me that. So now every time I say it, I'm like, how do you say it? Rutherford? But he's doing a great job. His wife's here too, his daughter. She's down helping with soccer tonight as well. So, and thanks to all of our support staff. If they don't get all the stuff out, we don't get run. COVID's really taught us that without our support staff, the school doesn't run. So we thank all of you guys as well, and Dr. Thurston as well. So. Yeah. So if we don't have any more, go. Yeah.
Also, it was pretty awesome too. Our community donated instead of a cost to come to the game Friday night, it was bring a food item, and there was a lot of food that and that was in honor of Paul Cyphers, who his heart was here at Salem, but also at the food bank. And I thought that was pretty awesome to see all that food, and what a blessing. And that's for the whole county. That's the Washington County Food Bank. So yeah. That's pretty awesome.
It is.
So I just wanted to bring that up.
Any final words? Any final words?
No, it's been really great working with Dr. Rutherford, and just load off of. I'm just really excited about him being here.
I really thought.
He's doing an outstanding job. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yep,
Opportunity.
yep. Janet, you got anything? You're good? Okay, all right. Yep, we appreciate it. Thanks, JD, for airing us again. Our next regular meeting will be September the 12th, same time. As far as I know, it'll be the same place, 2022. I get a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Becky makes the motion. Ray seconds. All those in favor? That's